cut my life into pieces. This is my last resort. Suffocation, no breathing. Don't give a fuck if I cut my arm bleed.
Hey you guys, I got a pretty common problem here with my HP Pavilion Dv6000. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, everything works great except for a couple lines on the screen. That's because I dropped it. Except for, one thing. The power button does not light up and it's hard to press, and then the speakers do not work, and the microphone doesn't also, but I'm not sure if that is related. So I did some researching online, and I found out that other than there being a mass recall on this, laptop, there's a common problem where the ribbon, there's two ribbons. One that powers this, how you see that lights up. I don't know why that's not lighting up, but yeah. And then there's one that powers this to turn it on and off with the speakers. So I opened it up and, I saw, sure enough, the little cable didn't have a good connection. So, I switched it with that one, and it lit up and, everything, but it would not turn off and on. That was, the power button was glowing even though it wasn't powered on. So it's kind of interesting, but yeah. So, I was thinking about it, and I thought, well, because that ribbon goes to the power, it needs to connect to the power to turn it on. So I'm just going to switch the ribbons. So, and I switched it, and it worked fine, but I really wanted, this bar up here. So I went on Amazon, and I bought, one of these ribbons off, basically the Pavilion Dv6000 power ribbon. You can see the little thing right there. Whatever, yeah. So I'm going to be taking this apart step by step, and, first I'm going to show you what you need. You're going to need a little cup or bowl or something to hold the screws. And if you're going to be doing what I'm doing, you're going to need one of these. If you're just going to switch them because you don't really need that, then, that's pretty much all you need. And then you need a very small screwdriver. Yeah, alright. So, first thing we're going to be doing is closing it, obviously. If you're, cautious, I would unplug it from the wall, the outlet. That's not a necessity. So, flip it over on its back, and right there you should see a little switch, and just battery should pop out. Alright. There's going to be 5 screws. Okay, there's going to be one at the edge right there, one in the middle, then one on the other side, and then 2 on the top row. So one's going to be right here, and there's going to be one right here. So let me do that. Be right back. Alright, once you have those 5 screws removed, then you're going to want to remove these screws right here. There's going to be 2 of them. For this little it's going to be like the little, where you get your, what's it called, RAM discs or whatever. So it's going to be above them, there's going to be 2 screws. There's going to be one here and one there. So, I'm going to go off camera again and then, do that. So we're back. Alright, after, I didn't really remove the screws. They're just not, hooked. And you're going to want to try and apply this, like by pulling it forward. And it should come off, and then you see your, RAM right there. And there's going to be a little slot that, it has a little keyboard next to it. It's hard to see, but it's right here. So you're going to want to dig down in there and unscrew that, because that's what lets the keyboard lift up. So I'm going to do that on camera since it's not hard. Okay, I think it's out. Let me try and... Alright, let me try it one more time. Yeah, it's out. And that's all you're gonna need for screws to come out. So tip it back on its front, or flip it over, then you're gonna want to open it up. Okay. This is where you actually get inside the computer. So this little panel lifts up. You just gotta pry one edge at a time, or both, or whatever, how you like it. That comes up. Be careful with this. Okay. It's not free. There are cables connected to it. So look. Turn it over. There we go. There's 2 cables. There's one that goes to there, one that goes to there. Those are the power ribbons, and then there's a little connector. So what you're going to want to do is remove all 3 of them. So to remove these, there's going to be a little brownish part to it, like right there at the tip. Push like the edge forward, then the other side, and then the cable should slide out. So I'm going to go do that. Be right back. Alright, after you do that, they should lift free. There should be no cables connected to it, just to make sure that doesn't fall or get damaged. So it's right there. Okay, you can see the three little things here. You got that one, and that one. And even if you look at this, this is the one that went to the power ribbon, you can even see it's damaged. Okay, so this is the tricky part. The keyboard, you're going to lift it out. You're not going to lift, you're going to slide. So grab the middle, and you're going to want to just gently slide it out and flip it over on its back. There's a huge cable right there, so make sure that doesn't get bent up too bad. Alright, and there's the two things I was talking about. That ribbon is damaged, and that's a good one. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to replace, wherever the hell that ribbon went, I'm going to replace that ribbon with a new one. So let me go find that ribbon, I'll be right back. Alright, nice of me to sit on the ribbon. Don't do that. Alright, so here we have it. You can see that one side has the connections on it, the other is just, a color. Notice how that one's black on point. I really do not think it matters at all. So what you're going to want to do is just pull that and back a little bit at a time. It should just come out. And then just kind of pull it out of those little hinges, and then here you go. And do the other, we're going to do it in reverse. So it's kind of hard to do. So I'm going to just slide that in there, feed it under these two, and it'll be ready to go. So I'll be right back. Alright, I got that in and fed it through. So if you're going to do what I was saying earlier, if you don't have an extra cable, or you didn't buy one, or you don't want to buy one, all you do is remove both of them and remember which one's the good one. First, I would take out the bad one and throw it away. Then, or put it somewhere, wherever. Then I'd take out this one and just switch it with that. Because they're both power ribbons, they're just different jacks. So I'm going to feed these through. Real easy to feed through, actually, just not with one hand. So I'm going to feed through. There we go. Alright. And just to test it, to show you that it works, I'm going to try and put it in the jack while filming so you guys can see the little light glow. Because it is on. There's definitely power going from the laptop because you can see it's on. I would not recommend this doing it while the laptop is plugged in, because if I get electrocuted, you guys will get to see it. So let's just try and open that up. And try and slide this thingy. Hold on. I'm going to go off camera. Be right back. Alright, I noticed a little problem that I did. That cable, the way it works is this is an up-facing one and that's a down-facing side. So, well, that's how it's supposed to be, but they're both up-facing. So, I can either just kind of bend it so it's like that, or I can just take that off, and I really don't feel like taking that off because it doesn't feel like it's supposed to come off. So, but I did plug it in and you could see the blue light. Try and do that now. Now that I know what to do. So let's just try this real quick. 1, 2, 3. Yep, see the blue light right there? And the speakers kind of went off. Alright, so now we know that it works. So I'm going to connect it all up, and I'm not going to put it back together yet, but I'll show you guys what it does. So be right back. Alright, just wanted to see if sound would actually go. I have a song playing from iTunes here. Let's just try and see if the speakers will work with the cable. So here we go. Try and okay, something happened. Be right back. Yeah, I think I yanked one of the cables, but I plugged it in, pressed real easy, and it works. So that cable definitely worked. It's just a little weird, misshapen. Oh, it's not backwards. I just have this thing backwards. So cable should be fine. It should be up. I have to reconnect it now, which is not going to be fun. But alright, so I'm going to, actually put all the cables back together. I'm going to try and find a good place to set the camera so that you guys can actually see what I'm doing. No, it won't stay. No. There we go, I guess. Alright, so let me try and do this. Fail. Alright, so I'll be right back. Alright, after flipping it over, and I turned off the computer and turned it back on, it made sound. I am super happy. So let's try and put all these, man, dang, that was loud. Try and put all these cables back in So remember, you want to do everything in order, so you don't want to ever mess anything up, because, yeah, see if even stuff is opening. So I'm going to try and plug this in on camera, not even probably on it. Be where you are. I don't even think this cable's any good, too, because half of it's not even lighting up. Well, now's the time to fix it. So I'm going to go in here. You see the power button is finally lit up, so I'm going to go and try and see what's wrong with the regular thing now. Be right back. As you can see, I finally got it put back together, and I'm going to try and play some music. Everything is lit up like normal, which is, oh, sweet, got sound. Alright, so let's just go into my music here. Yes. It's been so long since I've had sound. Let's try regular sound. Yeah! You got sound. As you can hear, it's working pretty well. And these are loud speakers. Sweet. Okay, I'm gonna put the keyboard back and show you to put it back together. Alright, now getting back to the point. So you're gonna wanna put that on, keyboard first, and then put this on, but you're gonna wanna make it click in the back so that it can actually get hooked. As you can see, there's a little bit of space there, and pull it kind of more towards back, and then it kind of falls in. Yeah, kind of not really falling, it's more like being forced. Alright, so then you're going to want to close it, obviously, because everything's working great. And then turn it back over and get your little couple screws here. And then look for the one that was like yours. You're going to look for a black screw. And you're going to want to put it back in that hole, right there. So just drop it right there. And screw it in. And hand tight, not tight at all, because this is very fragile plastic, so you don't even want it to stop, you just want it to like grab. Alright, then you're going to get the two black screws, or no, get this panel, sorry. Get the panel, put it back in there, two little feet first, put it down, screw it in. Don't want to split the plastic, so you do it evenly. Alright, so after this is in, also hand tighten, not super tight. Okay, hold on, let's get that a little bit more, there we go. You're going to want to put these 5 screws back in the battery. So, 2 black ones first. So, let's try and put that in that hole with my fingers, big hands. So then you're going to screw this one in. I don't know if you can see that, but there. Okay, all of these are hand tighten. You never want to tighten, especially a laptop computer, really tight, because, to tell you the truth, this plastic isn't that durable. Okay, put that in that one right there, and screw it in. Sorry if I'm not even focusing on what the camera is looking at. I'm actually looking with my eyes, so I don't mess anything up. Okay, then these, you should have 3, but like I said, you do need a cup. Do not try it without a cup, because if you drop one of them, you can basically consider it gone, because these things are tiny. They're like microscopic. But if you do end up losing one, hopefully you won't lose more than one, just do the 2 edges. You really don't need the middle one. You want to always create equal pressure. Alrighty. Okay, I think we're good. And then pop back in the battery. Always the right way, of course. Okay, make sure everything is down right and tight. Flip it back over, open it up. Everything lights up except for those, because that wasn't even doing it earlier, but it still works. So, you can hear it. So, everything works great. The keyboard should work if you didn't disconnect anything, log in here. Cap locks. Alright. Well, that should be it. Thank you guys. You know, that's how we do it. So please comment, rate, and subscribe. Hope this helped. Alright, bye.
Cut my life into pieces. This is my last resort. Suffocation.